Hello, Doug. Hello, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us. Nice to meet you over Cyberspace. In the next 20, 30 minutes, I will cover who is Yalla Tours, what are we, and what we serve. So first of all, Yalla means let's go, vamonos, avanti. It's the most popular slang word in Hebrew, in Arabic, in Turkish, and in Persian. And we have been around since 1993, based here in the beautiful Rose City of Portland, Oregon. We serve 9 destinations. Cuba, yes, we were the very first American tour company to be licensed to sell Cuba since summer of 2002. Egypt, Greece, Israel, where I'm from, and that's where my sexy accent is from, Jordan, Morocco, Oman, the Sultanate of Oman in the Arabian Peninsula, Turkey, and the United Arab Emirates, Dubai, and Abu Dhabi. And speaking about Dubai, let's talk a little bit about the Expo 2020, the World Fair in Dubai that will start October 20th next year and will run for 6 months until April 10th, 2021. The World Fair is a gathering of all nations for a 6 months period to display their achievements, to display their accomplishment, to display and show off all what they are. And like everything in Dubai, it's gonna be the biggest, the largest, the most sophisticated, the most electronic, the most green, the most any superlative you have in the dictionary. More than 25 millions will attend. More than 192 countries will build their pavilion. More than 200 restaurants display either ethnic food or international food, as well as more than 60 daily cultural shows that will be featuring all day long during the expo. The themes is connecting minds and creating the future. Just so we understand creating the future, many countries use the expo platform to introduce new investment. For example, in 1876, the US hosted the very first expo in the US, in the Americas. The first expo, by the way, was in England in 1865, 66, during the Industrial Revolution. Then the US, about a decade later, had it. And guess what? Alexander Graham introduced the phone, the new telephone in whatever that was at the time. At that expo, it was in Pennsylvania, in Philadelphia. And the Heinz company introduced the ketchup, something that today is part of the American and world lifestyle when we eat French fries. So we don't know yet what new discovery will be displayed or in Dubai, but get ready for something very special. Opportunity, mobility, and sustainability, that's also the theme, because this is going to be a very green expo with a lot of recycling. And please remember, Dubai is a hot, warm destination, and therefore the green and the recycling is extremely important. I'd like to share with you a video, but guess what? It's not oh, here it is. No, hold on. I will try to share with you that video, but I'm semi-technologically challenged and it's not working. Never mind, let's continue. If you really want to see those videos, please go to the search for the our dedicated expo website, YallaToursExpo.com. So what we are doing for the expo, we have generated 3 and 5 and 7 night packages. We're holding more than 450 rooms. We're the first company in the world that has secure rooms and rates for the expo. Here you can see an image of the entry plaza and the Emirates Pavilion. Our package includes private transfers from the airport to the hotel, accommodation of your choice in a minute, with breakfast. All of the hotels that we're using are within a very short walking distance to a metro, and you will get an unlimited metro pass for the duration of your stay, as well as unlimited expo pass for the duration. And because the expo will be operating from 10, 11 a.m. until midnight or even 1 a.m., one can go back and forth. And the metro ticket is not just from the hotel to the expo, it's system-wide, throughout Dubai and its attractions. We're using different hotels, different categories, all of them from 4-star and up. The Aloft City Center, an amazing hotel. Don't be afraid by the name of Aloft. This is a real Marriott hotel, although it's run it's called Aloft. Novotel Dubai Al Barsha, also with a close proximity to the Mall of the Emirates, and the Mall of the Emirates, that's where the indoor ski station is, the only one in the world. We're using the Hilton Dubai Al Tours City, an amazing 1,000 room hotel, part of a complex of 3 other hotels with more than 40 restaurants altogether, one of the largest room size in Dubai. The JW Marriott Marquis, the tallest hotel in the world, 2 large towers of 800 rooms each, 1,600 rooms altogether, 77 floors is the height of the hotel. And the Raffles, one of the most luxurious hotels in Dubai. Those of you that have been to Dubai, that is the hotel that has a pyramid. It's the style of a pyramid, very, very similar to the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas. These are the 5 hotels we have. I'm going to be in Dubai next month, and we're adding 2 or 3 more hotels into our inventory because the demand and the request is so high. Then people ask, why shall we go to an expo? And the reason is, be part of an history. Not only the chance to mingle with so many people from so many nationalities, but we can see the world, visit Dubai and see the world like you have never seen it before. All of us have bucket list of sites we want to visit. Now going to Dubai, we'll be able to see, if not all, at least most of them. But this is not it. We are adding several extensions. One of them is to Qasr El Sarab. This is a desert resort in Abu Dhabi. Imagine being in a full sea of sand, 360 degrees, and in the middle of that sea of sand, we have this resort owned by the Sheikh of Abu Dhabi, very luxurious, looks like a castle in the desert. And guess what? This is an image that I took from on my last stay there at one of the suites I was lucky enough to be. You could dine there, and this is the view that you get from most of the rooms, or if you're lucky, like me, from the suite that I stayed. An amazing experience. In the morning, we take a dune bashing and then champagne breakfast. A lot of activities all related to the desert. We can also go to Abu Dhabi, and this is an image of the Louvre Museum that was opened in Abu Dhabi a year ago. I was there several months ago and had a chance to visit. This Louvre Museum is much more impressive and much easier and more comfortable to visit than the one in Paris. Or we can go to Muscat, Oman, just an hour flight from either Dubai or Abu Dhabi. Oman, one of the most amazing destinations in the world, almost virgin for the American market. We're staying at the Shangri-La Hotel, one of the nicest Shangri-Las, and the images we see here is one of the mosques, the Sultan Qaboos Mosque, the second largest in the Muslim world, an amazing place to visit. Or we can go for 3 nights to Petra in Jordan, just less than 3-hour flight from Dubai. So as you can see, we have a quite extensive program, both for the expo as well as around it. Please go to our dedicated website, yallatoursexpo.com, and get all that information and much more than I've just shared with you. And now Cuba. Complete change in scenery and place. As I said before, Yalla was the very first American tour company to be granted a license to sail Cuba in 2002, and we never stopped. We survived the days of the Bush administration, Obama, and we will also survive the current Trump administration. Yes, it is possible to visit Cuba legally. Yes, Donald Trump in June of this year banned all cruise lines from sailing from Miami to Cuba. They also banned the people-to-people travel provision, but we are so experienced in Cuba. We have done it more than anybody else in the US. We have our own private representation in Havana. I myself have been to Cuba 48 times. I'm going to be there towards by Christmas this year. We know the way of the land. We know how to do it legally and how to appease both the American and the Cuban administrations. We do FITs to Cuba. We do groups to Cuba, and we do customized programs to Cuba, the only company in the US who do that. And yes, excuse me, Friday, a few days ago, the US announced that they're banning the flights to the provinces in Cuba, yet it has zero effect on our programs because we fly to and from Havana from different gateways in the US. Houston, United has daily flights. Atlanta, Delta has daily flights. JFK, JetBlue has daily flights. Newark, United has daily flights. And Miami, Fort Lauderdale, there are many flights on American, Delta, JetBlue, Southwest, and so on. We are using the humanitarian provision, and you can see me on the left, my good-looking picture, standing at the convent of Bethlehem, which is a seniors daycare. We see the schools of circus that we support. We see children's nursery in Old Havana, which is for single mothers, either teenager or early 20s, that can continue the studies or go to work, and that the daycare takes care of the children in that nursery. We have the guitar orchestra that we strongly support in one of the most unprivileged areas of Havana, and again, the senior citizens daycare that we so much support. So visit Cuba. In addition of being a forbidden fruit that, yes, we can visit, it's also very, very emotional. Please don't miss it. On our regular website, yallatours.com/Cuba, you will find 4, 5, and 7 nights program, all private and with a reduction in the price as more people registered with your party traveling with us to Cuba. And again, part of our programs in Cuba, we provide you with a private salsa class. This is the streets in one of the salsa parades that we see in Cuba quite often, but we go to a private club and get at least 1 hour lesson of salsa classes. Egypt is back. Yes, 2011, the Arab Spring fell on us, but we survived it. We were one of the few handful of American companies that kept sending Americans to Egypt throughout the period of the revolution, as they call it. And last year, things turned around, and this year, 2019, and next year is back to the point that we already have much difficulty clearing space at the hotels and the Nile cruises. All of our programs in Egypt, with no exception, is a 5-star programs and private. Every tourist get one of our private vans. We own a fleet of 8 Yalla Tours vans in Egypt with a driver, as well as an Egyptologist. Even if we have 2 people, we not only guarantee our programs in Egypt and the rest of the destinations we serve, we guarantee to run it with minimum 2 people. And as of last week, our 2020 20 rates and programs on Egypt are all updated on our website, yallatours.com/Egypt. Morocco, by far, is the hottest destination that we serve. Hottest not because more people want to travel, but more people want to travel to Morocco versus those that traveled in 2015, 16, 17. It's very, very hot. We have amazing programs in Morocco that takes us to Marrakesh, the most exotic, by far the most fascinating city in Africa, and the famous large square Jamal Fa, which attracts thousands and thousands of people during the day and during at night. Which is a picture I took 2 years ago when I was there for the last time. And of course, the art in Morocco, the uniqueness of the craft that they do is second to none. And Greece, a very, very hot destination as well. With the euro being so low for American compared to the US dollars, and Turkey, a country that has been bleeding up until this year. Turkey gets more than 35 to 38 million visitors a year. That was true for 2017, 2018, and 2019. In Turkey, we do the resorts as well, the islands, Mykonos, Santorini, Rhodes, Crete, and others, as well as the inland visit. This is an image that I took from the Museum of the Acropolis, recently opened in Athens by the Acropolis. Turkey, as I said, has been bleeding since 2015, 16, 17. They opened a new airport in Istanbul. It's going to be the largest airport in the world when they finish it, 360 gates. Prices in Turkey are cheap, although we are expecting a 15% increase for next year due to the big demand. And those going to Cappadocia should not miss the hot air balloon to watch the sunrise on top of that lunar scenery, which is really second to none, and see some of the Sufi dances while we visit Turkey. Last but not least is Israel, the promised land. Israel that attracts so many Christian and Jewish pilgrims. Israel that is such a friendly destination for the LGTB market. Israel that is so full and booked in 2019, 2020, and we already have some blackouts for 2021. What I'm going to show you now is a video that we produce. It's a 3-minute long, but I'm going to show you only 30 seconds. Everybody that books a church group with us, we will design, in addition to a 4-page color flyer for the group, we will also design and customize this video to use as marketing tool by you, the travel agent, and by the church in social media, YouTube, and so on. This is just 30 seconds of a 3-minute video, and it can be customized to be evangelical, to be Catholics, to be for if it's a black group or so on. Just enjoy the scenery and the music. Imagine how inspiring it is when you see the full thing. Thank you very much for your attention. Thank you for dedicating the time to learn with us. Thank you for your future booking. And thank you for being in such a great place, which is the travel industry. Doug, I am done. If somebody has any questions or people want to ask something, I am very, very glad to answer.
Perfect. Thank you, Ronan, and thank you for that very informative presentation. Couple questions here. Does Yalla Tours, can you provide air for the World Expo?
Yes, we are one of the first wholesalers for Emirates that serves several gateways in the US, Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle in the West Coast, Chicago in the Midwest, Dallas, Houston in the South, Fort Lauderdale, Orlando in Florida, New York, Newark, Boston, and Washington, D.C. So it's quite comprehensive, and Philadelphia as well, the coverage of Emirates, as well as Toronto. And yes, we do it for groups and we do it for FITs, and we have very attractive business and first class rates on Emirates.
Excellent, thank you. Another question, what is the best time, in your opinion, to go to the World Expo?
The days for the expo were carefully chosen to be outside of the very hot season, which is the summer in Dubai. Fall and winter and beginning of springs is the best. Please, I suggest to stay away from New Year's, a few days before and the New Year's after. Other than that, everything is game, everything is good. I myself plan to be there in November, maybe January, and towards the end of March, 3 times to be able to cover everything because there is so much to see there.
Perfect. Another question relating to air. Are flights available yet on Emirates for October of 2020?
We have flights available for the duration of the expo for groups of 15 and more. For individuals, Emirates system will only allow 11 months out. So probably by after Thanksgiving, we'll have the rates also for the expo, yes, for
Great.
FITs.
Great. Couple questions regarding Cuba. Somebody's asking, what is the size of your groups going to Cuba, and do you stay in hotels?
All of our Cuba trips are private. So if you have a party of 2, it's 2. You have a party of 200, 200, and everything in between. And yes, in Cuba we only stay in hotels. Most of them are 5-star Cuban standards, 4-star American standard. We're the only American company that stays in Trinidad, which is the best preserved colonial city in the world, at the only 5-star hotel, the Gran Iberostar, an amazing small boutique hotel, an old building that was converted in 2008 into a 40 rooms hotel. We do not stay in any bed and breakfast, nor in any Airbnb, nor in any homes, only hotels. And that is due to quality and safety.
Perfect. And also regarding your Cuba programs, do you provide all the paperwork that's required for the humanitarian travel?
Doug, we make our trips very simple. You pay, we do the rest. The only paperwork we need from you is your credit card form. That's it. We take care of the visa. We take care of the legality. We take care of papers that people need to sign. Pay and go. I'm Jewish. It's easy. It's very easy.
It sounds like you make it easy. Great. Question regarding fam trips. Do you run travel agent fam trips? And if so, what is required to participate in them?
We invented a new form of a fam trip, which it is tested this year. So far, it's been extremely successful. What we do is we choose a month of the year and a destination. I'll give an example. We're doing Morocco as of on Friday is our first departure. And it's what we call an open fam trip. People choose when they want to go during that month. It's usually 8 to 10 days at a 50% discount. There is no hotel inspection. We can join several travel agents or a few of them to be together on the same departure if it happens like that. Otherwise, it will be private. And usually it's a 50% discount. We did Egypt for May and June, and we are doing Morocco in November. For next year, we haven't decided which countries and when will it be, because luckily a lot of our countries are heavily booked, so I don't know. We'll probably come by the first of the year. We'll have the programs on the fam trips, and pay attention to our emails and advertising, because we want as many agents to participate in them.
Great. Okay, another question regarding Dubai. Are Israeli citizens and or U.S. citizens who were born in Israel allowed to travel to Dubai?
I'm a US citizen who was born in Israel and an Israeli citizen. I've been to Dubai 9 times. I'm leaving again for next month for another trip. The answer is yes. Although my American passport visa was born in Israel, I entered Dubai, I entered Qatar, I entered Bahrain, I entered Oman. So yes, it's not a problem. Americans that have an Israeli stamp on their passport that which means they entered Israel, visit Israel, not a problem. Israelis that do not have any foreign citizenship at the moment cannot enter Dubai unless they have a special permit. As for Israelis going to the expo, there are strong possibility that the Israelis will be able to do it. And my office in Tel Aviv is already ready to start promoting the expo in Israel. But that's a different story. No need to bore you Americans with that.
Okay, good. Another question regarding Cuba. Is there time for your passengers to go about the area on their own?
No, no. The American regulation insists that Americans in Cuba will have a full set program in advance, as well as the Cubans. And that is done, the American is done due to the embargo regulations, which again is really complicated. We don't have the time to do that. If anybody wants more information, please give me a call. But the Cubans, due to greed and no other reason and control, they do not want Americans wandering on their own. They want to have programs and they want to know what is the program. As I said, we've been doing it for 17 years. We really know how to maneuver around those limitations. And if somebody wants to have some free time, there is a possibility to do that. I will not discover all my secrets in public. Give me a call and I'll tell you how.
Fair enough. Sounds good. On your fam trips, does the 50% discount apply to an individual traveling with an agent?
Yes, we allow on those trips, we allow a travel companion. It could be a husband, it could be a boyfriend. Please not the two of them together, okay? Either one or the other. Could be a family member, could be a friend, could be even a traveler. Because it's not a fam trip that are only travel agents. It's really you and a travel companion. We will not join you with our customers. It's a special trip only for travel agents and their travel companion, whomever that person is. It's the choice of the travel agent. It's land only. We don't provide the air. People do their own air, but we provide transfers in and out of each one of the countries.
Good. One last question here. It looks like that is somebody's wondering if you only sell to travel agents or do you also sell to the public?
We only sell to travel agents. Please go to our to our website. I'm sorry, yallatours.com. I opened Yalla Tours in summer of 1993 when I moved to Portland, and that was one of the very first set ground rules that I've said. We only deal with travel agents. That's why we don't take bookings online. We only take bookings on the Expo website because Expo is a different story.
Okay. Perfect. And somebody else just had one comment. Oh, actually, somebody's asking, how do they sign up with you? How does a travel agent register to sell through Yalla Tours?
Please, you have two ways to do it. Send me an email. My name is Ronen, Ronen, Ronen at yallatours.com, YALLATOURS.com, or information@yallatours.com. And if you want to do it online, please go to our Expo website, yallatoursexpo.com, and you can register there as well. We pay 12% commission, our base commission, and if you belong to some consortia, those that we have preferred agreement, we pay higher. The more you sell, the more you earn.
Fair enough. Good. And finally, somebody's asking about the availability of this webinar in the future. We are recording it. By early next week, we will have it available on our website, which is www.jaxfax.com. So yes, that will be available. And somebody's asking if you accept the True Code.
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We are very travel agent friendly. We support and make our travel agents our partners, and whatever we need to make it easier for the travel agents to sell, we do it.